video is brought to you by Against the Flow of Mississippi. Against the Flow of Mississippi is a book about Jake Fayard, a Marine veteran who is unhappy with the political machine running the state of Mississippi. He decides to fight the corruption from the inside. Jake will face more challenges than he ever has and will stand up for what he thinks is right. His notoriously hot temper will push him to the edge of murder, along with his friend and brother Kobe Barhanovich. Together, they will fight the system and give the power back to the citizens of Mississippi. Against the Flow of Mississippi was written by Anthony Oksenholt and was published by Oksenholt Biloxi Publishing, LLC. A link to the book will be placed in the description below. All right, y'all. Anthony Oksenholt, Access 228. I know some of y'all hollered about my audio quality while I'm using a laptop and making videos in the truck. I'm hoping this will be better. It's also a new laptop. Truth be told, not that optimistic. Anyway, being that I don't have an entire sound studio in the back of a fucking semi, deal with it. I want to talk about something that I feel like I should have clarified on, because I don't want to be responsible for people getting killed. And I'm genuinely concerned about this. So I know I've said in a couple of videos that in the state of Mississippi, you have the right to resist an unlawful arrest. While that is true, while that is 100% true, you absolutely 100% have the right to refuse, the right to resist an unlawful arrest. Please don't fucking do it. I don't care how wrong you think the cop is. Because if there's one thing that I've noticed, and it was true with my friend's arrest, is that cops are going to back up other cops. And not going to lie, did it in corrections. In front of inmates, yeah, I'd back up the officer. Now, if the officer was fucked up, I'd pull him aside and say, hey, man, you fucked up. Don't fucking do that shit again. And if it was really bad enough, just for unit cohesiveness, the inmates would never know. But, oh, yeah, I'd write that officer up. Done it many times. Done it multiple fucking times when the situation rose to that occasion. Fortunately, not a lot of cops are like me. Not a lot of police officers on the street have my mentality. Not a lot of correctional officers do either, for that matter. I'm not saying it makes me special or sets me apart. I'm just telling you how it is. I don't presume to be perfect or better than anybody else, and yes, I have made mistakes. However, back to my original point, don't fight a cop on the side of the street because you think that you're being arrested for something that is unlawful. You're liable to get killed. If you're lucky, you'll get face planted, maybe tased, handcuffed, and taken to jail. Worst case scenario, you become another resident of the cemetery. Your face is on a t-shirt. Somebody's bringing flowers to your mama. Don't fucking do it. Yes, I know the law. Unfortunately, the cops don't. A lot of them. I'm not saying that there's not good cops out there. There's a lot of good cops. A lot of them are friends of mine. I'm not anti-cop, as I said, but at the same time, fighting a cop on the side of the road is not the answer. Even if you're right, you're wrong. You're gonna be treated as wrong, and 9 times out of 10, they're gonna back each other up. Now, what they do when they get back to their police department is a different story. But force meets force, you're gonna lose. I don't care what it is. I don't care how badass you think you are. They get on that radio, they holler 1024 or whatever the code is. There's going to be a shitload of force used against you. Even if I am successful, which I'm still going to file my FOIA to get the use of force continuum for the city of Gulfport, which I think is possible. I've already been promised Biloxi. I just haven't gone and gotten it yet. I want to break it down. I'm sure Gulfport is similar, but now it's personal. I want that. I want that fucking document, and I'm not stopping, Joey Tremuta. I can't wait to look at you across and look across from you in Chancery Court and make you justify why I can't have that policy. But that's neither here nor there. Um, we'll deal with that when the time comes. But even armed with that document, that doesn't mean they're going to follow it. There's officers out there that unfortunately some of them just don't give a shit. Some of them go out, some of them wake up wishing that they could slam somebody. Not all of them, but there's a chance you're going to get that one. You go to jail, you can be bonded out from jail. You can't be bonded out from the graveyard. There's no trial once you're dead. There's going to be a wrongful death suit, but you're going to be missing from your Thanksgiving family fucking meals. You're not going to be around for Christmas. You're not going to see your kids, assuming you have kids. You're not going to see your kids. You're not going to be able to stand there and watch them graduate. You're not going to be able to protect your family. You're dead. Let's be smart about this, people. I really felt like I really need to clarify that. Y'all be safe. Have a good one. Anthony Oksenholt, Access 228. Also, I'm still looking for stories. If anybody sees this and has a case of police brutality, drop me a line, 228-337-2099. Let me know. I'm specifically looking for wrongful uses of force on the Mississippi Gulf Coast. Hancock, Harrison, Jackson, from Pascagoula to Bay St. Louis. If you don't have the dash cam or body cam, I will make sure that I try to help you obtain that. I want to see it. I want to investigate it. I want to get cops like, and I'll call him out, Talvin Robinson of Gulfport PD off the street. And I'm not satisfied with just getting them losing their job. I want to make sure that they don't go to another department and do the same shit there. I want to make sure that officers like him never wear a badge again. I want certifications yanked. I'd love to try to get criminal charges. Unfortunately for my friend, it's a little too late. statute of limitations is passed. But I want this shit to stop. That's what I'm looking to investigate. And I know there's other cases out there. If it's not you, if it's a friend, if it's somebody you know, give me a call. Give them my number. If they want to talk about it, I'm willing to listen. Y'all have a good day. Anthony Oksenholt, Access 228.